Hey, what's up guys? In today's video, we're going to be going over an article coming from spieltimes.com, and it's actually about potentially PlayStation's answer to Xbox Game Pass. And we also have a quote coming from David Jaffe. But before I get into the video, make sure you share with your friends, subscribe if you haven't already. It really helps the channel grow. So this article starts off by saying, gamer or not, everyone is aware of the two gaming world giants, Sony and Microsoft. Sony's PlayStation and Microsoft's Xbox pose a neck-to-neck competition in the gaming console market. This competition motivates them to be better and come with new ideas to curb the interest of the fans in their favor. PlayStation Studios and Xbox Game Studios have come up with some exclusive games for their own consoles. For example, God of War by PlayStation Studios and Halo by Xbox Game Studios. So at this point, each of these gaming giants has its own consoles and its own studios. Essentially, the only thing which gives Microsoft a little edge over Sony sometimes is the Xbox Game Pass. It now seems like Sony has an answer for it. It continues on by saying, David Scott Jaffe is an American video game designer who is known for his contribution to Sony's Twisted Metal and God of War franchises. According to David, PlayStation is working on a reply to Xbox Game Pass. He mentioned that people at Sony had told him that they were doing some stuff as a response to Game Pass. And in this article, we actually have a direct quote from Jaffe. This is what he had to say. We had the guy on the show yesterday that had made the petition to fire Jim Ryan, and I was like, dude, that's way premature because Jim Ryan doesn't owe anybody. Sony doesn't owe anybody. The truth about what's coming and what their counterpunch to Game Pass is. So yeah, the article is a little bit longer. It's a rather short article. If you guys want, you can go check out the rest of the article yourself. But I just really want to make this video focus on mainly David Jaffe's quote, because apparently he has had people within Sony telling him that they are making their own version to Game Pass. Now that does sound awesome. I would always welcome if Sony announced that, that they're going to give us a way to play PS1, PS2, PS3 games. I would love that. I mean, it's not the end of the world if we never get that. Going into the launch of the PS5, I really thought they were going to allow us to play those games. I thought that the console was going to launch pretty much with full backwards compatibility. Obviously, not just me, but a lot of people were wrong about that. And ever since, a lot of Sony's fans have really been upset and pretty much demanding PlayStation to have their own Game Pass. And I'm just going to say this up front. If PlayStation actually does do something that's the equivalent of Game Pass or somehow is even better, Xbox is screwed. I'm just being honest. I'm not trying to be a Sony pony here, but that's the only thing going for Microsoft, and the Xbox brand is Game Pass. So if Sony gets that, why would anyone who's on the fence choose Microsoft over PlayStation when you can play all those games on Xbox on PlayStation, and then plus you get all the exclusive like God of War, Horizon, Last of Us, Uncharted, Ghost of Tsushima? Like, it's a no-brainer. With all that being said, I believe Sony at some point is going to make their own Game Pass. I don't think it's going to be full backwards compatibility. I would really be shocked if we got PS3 games, but it might be something where they combine PlayStation Plus with PlayStation Now. Maybe it's like 10, 15 bucks a month. So you get all the games from PlayStation Now, plus all the deals and all the free games every month from PlayStation Plus. I wouldn't really expect anything more than that, and obviously if we do get anything more, that would be a plus. And yeah, so for those of you who don't know David Jaffe, he, like I said earlier in the article, he helped create Twisted Metal and the God of War franchises, so he obviously has connections. And so yeah, I mean, for those of you that are watching this video, if you're upset with Sony because they haven't done anything to counterpunch Game Pass, my advice would be just to relax. Sony knows what they're doing. I have faith in Sony. Sony hasn't done anything to make me question them really. And at the end of the day, if we do get the equivalent of Game Pass, that's awesome. If we don't, I'm not too worried because I'm a collector myself, so I have the PlayStation 1, I have the PlayStation 2, I have the PlayStation 3 and the PlayStation 4 and the PS5. So I don't really need backwards compatibility. It would be awesome because I do have an Xbox as well, and playing all those older like Gears of War games and stuff like that is awesome, but it's not the end of the world because I'm always looking forward to the next game. Because next year is going to be such a huge year. I'm not going to really have time to play games that I grew up on like 10, 15 years ago. But what do you guys think? Down in the comment section, let me know if you even care about Sony making the equivalent of their own Game Pass. If they do make it and you do care, what would you want it to be? Would you want it to be just like PlayStation Plus combined with PlayStation Now? Would you want it to be like a mirror image of what Game Pass is? And if it was pretty much like Game Pass, would you want it to be all digital where you don't have to go out and buy physical copies of those old games? Or would you want it to be digital and physical, because me myself, I'm a collector, so obviously I would prefer physical, but I want to know what you guys think. As always, guys, I really appreciate you checking out the video. If you haven't already, leave a like, share with your friends, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Take care.